Yo, what's up guys? We're back with another video, and in this one we're going to be breaking down Cooper Williams at Duke versus Oliver Tarvey at San Diego. Okay, so if you're not familiar with who I am, I coached at IMG Academy. I've also played Division I tennis at Georgia Southern University. Got to just around an 11 UTR, currently like a 10 UTR, and yeah, I was mentored by Rick Macy and Nick Bollettieri. So yeah, I coach at Rick Macy's academy, and then after like 6 months got promoted to be a director there at 21 years old. So yeah, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and let's get into it, guys. These are a lot of fun to make. So let's go. As always, I'm always curious, guys, what your biggest takeaways are. So drop in any questions, any insights in the comments below. Slicer breaking the sideline within the service box. That's textbook. Slice T, backhand cross. Okay, so I want to point something out on this guy's backhand here. Pay attention to how he turns on his backhand. Notice how he's turning from his shoulder turn. Okay, so if you look at how he is there, look. Hold up. If you look at how he is there, okay, when he's turning, he's not turning by just going like this and putting his arms back. You see this? When he's turning, he's not doing that. His arms are in front, and then he's rotating the shoulders. He's rotating this to get additionally turned. Okay, so the lesson for you guys is initiate your turn from the shoulders. And don't just do a take back with your arms like this, or just throwing the arms back. Okay, that's kind of the first level you got to get to when preparing, is turn from your shoulders. Don't let the hands go back so quickly. Okay, one cue that helped me is keep the hands, okay, right around in line with your belly button as you turn. So then you're trying to turn your belly button to the side, right? And trying to rotate your core a little bit, turn a little bit to the side like that. Okay, that should keep your hands a little bit more centered there. All right, but let's get back into it, guys. It's good patience in the cross rally. Notice he keeps the left hand on the racket until the ball bounces. When he lets go of the racket, his left arm is basically parallel with the baseline. Okay, if you want to get it a little bit cleaner, instead of being down like this, get it a little bit more level. Okay, if you look at Carlos Alcaraz will have his left arm a little bit more level. Okay. Okay, so here, he's going close stance. You can do that. Okay, nothing wrong with that. But I would say 90% of top ATP players are going to go wide open stance and rip this one. They're not going to settle for close stance here. Okay, they want to be in a more athletic position, a more versatile position. And look, I'm not saying that he couldn't hit that ball deep, but just pay attention how I said that, and then he happened to hit the short ball. I didn't know he's going to hit the short ball, but there was an indicator, something that was a red flag to me in my coaching brain, right? Of like, wait, I would do this differently, right? Because notice how his hips, right, are here, okay? And now he's a little jammed in the left hip, and his right hip's a little jammed because there's not enough space. So just, does that look natural, guys? Does that look natural, or does that look weird? To me, that shit looks weird, you know? So that's why he hit that ball right around the service line, right? His opponent could have gotten tighter to the baseline, took more time away, and dictated, okay? So like that's a great backhand. He had a great ball there. But there's always things to learn, guys. There's always things to learn. I like that pickup. That's a good try. So look, he served. His opponent, his default is I'm going to return it back deep middle. That's really good. Okay. Now, as he's hitting this here, that's the returner side of it, right? Return deep middle, get it to their feet, right? Do that quick. As the server, you can't just get caught here, right? You got to recover back a step or two, right? So he's a little slow in recovering there. Now again, this guy loves the close stance. This guy right here is married to the close stance. Bro, I'm just going to throw it out there. There's something called the open stance, and I'm a huge proponent of it. Okay? Just going to throw that out there. Okay? So here, you're going to want to pop into at least some type of semi-open stance, planting the right foot. It doesn't have to be full open, but you just want to plant that right foot. Give yourself some more leverage on the right side there. Okay? Especially when you're really tall, you got a big frame. So notice there, serve out wide, short ball. He's going to go cross if he can hit a winner. No chance he's going to hit a winner cross. So he's going to go inside in, which is what he did. That was just a crazy passing shot. It's a good location though. It was a good location. By the way, I hope you guys are having the best fucking day of your life today. Make it fucking count. Let's fucking go. I like that kick out wide decision. Short ball. Short ball again. Come on, bro. Hit it deep. There we go. There we go. Oh, man. Good ball. Notice. Notice. He's keeping his left hand attached to the racket until the ball bounces. Okay, for him, he holds the racket actually pretty low. He actually holds it almost on the grip, right? So everyone has their own personal preference, right? Based on their body, right? I think for this guy's forehand, Oliver here, I think he can totally hold it a little bit taller up on the racket. Okay, I can just look at how his arms are moving, and he could set up with the hand a little higher. He totally could, but you don't need to change it. It's pretty good still. He hits all the checkpoints. He's got a really good split step, gotta say. Yeah, amazing split step. I love that open stance. I like that. I like that. Even though he missed that, I like how he was trying to keep the forehand grip there and try to rip that. I like that. All right, we're back. Okay. So just pay attention to the adjustment steps here on this side. Like, it's okay. I see this neutral ball going middle. See how he's going in open stance. This guy knows how to play fucking tennis. Look at his lower body. Look at this motherfucker's legs, bro. He knows how to play. There's a reason why he's going into his stances. Yes, yes. That's the one right there. That's the one, guys. Watch that one again. Watch that one again. Again. So let's look at his backhand here. So he split steps, split steps. Now look at how he turns. So look, notice his shoulders are already turning, right? His shoulders are already turning before his racket is starting to come back. So if you look at his hands are still in line with his belly button as he's turning, okay? It's like he's watching my videos. What the heck's going on here? Okay? He's still turning his shoulders. He's still turning his shoulders, right? And he hits the checkpoint. How do you know that you're done with your turn? Very simple. Very simple. Your right shoulder blade will be facing forward. That's number one. Number two is the edge of the racket, the edge of the frame will be facing forward. That's number two. And the racket head will be above your wrist. Number three. Okay? But if you're starting correctly, you just have to focus on 1 and 2. Okay? Because the racket head will already be above your wrist. Okay? When you're starting. So assuming you're not changing anything, all you have to do is get the right elbow straight, turn the shoulders until the right shoulder blade faces forward, and then make sure that the edge of the frame is facing forward. Okay? And I highly recommend practicing that in front of a mirror, okay, to master it. Great open stance there. Great open stance. Great legs. So pay attention to that shot. Fucking ad, bro.
A lease on a 2025 Tucson SE for just $329 per month with 0 down. Or get rates as
Just look at the energy that this guy has right here, okay? And he gets into his stance every single time. He's always shoulder width apart, further than shoulder width apart. He always has energy in his split step, meaning he's jumping up. He's actively jumping into the split step, right? He's not just flat-footed. He's actually actively jumping up on the split step. If you're looking for one thing to fix in your footwork right now today to take action on, it's have a huge exaggerated split step. Jump into it. Yes, this is the step right here, guys. This is what we talk about all the time. It's the ball that's more in front, where you want to be aggressive, but you're on the move, so you have to choose a more athletic stance, right? So instead of just going traditionally close stance, oh, the ball's in front of me, let me go close stance. No, you're a rookie. You're a rookie for thinking that, okay? You're a rookie, total rookie, all right? Here, just like he's doing right here, look. He gets the opportunity. He rips big cross. It's more in front. He notices it. Think about it. If he wanted to go close stance, he could go close stance. But he's deciding, I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to go right foot in front, plant, with my toes at a 45-degree angle. I'm going to push off, turn my right hip fast, which is what he's doing here, okay? And that allows him to make contact a little bit closer to his body because he's in an open stance. So that's why when you're on the move, when a fast ball's coming, in general, open stance will be the move, guys. Okay? And you can totally be aggressive with the open stance on shorter balls. Okay? Don't let any coach tell you you've got to hit a close stance on that. You can totally go open stance. And don't say it, don't do it because it's what I'm saying. Do it because it's the right thing. And by the way, all the best players do it. That's my 2 cents. Yeah, so there he didn't do enough damage there. Let's break that down again. So he sliced. Close stance here and rips it. Hit an okay ball. I mean, look, his opponent hit a really good approach shot, but why was he able to hit a good approach shot? Because, bro, look at how much time he had. He got there with a lot of time. Okay, this was an easy move for him, which tells me you're not doing enough damage on the approach shot. Okay, now let's think about what maybe was something that he could have done to do more damage on the approach. Okay. Not a whole lot he can do there differently, right? You know, I do believe that in general, most players execute those shots a little bit better in a more open stance position. However, he could have totally ripped that ball bigger and just had more intention with his shot there to try to do more damage. So not a lot there to kind of pick up on. That was just a really good passing shot by his opponent there, and he just clearly didn't do enough damage on the approach. So here, this is, look, so at the D1 level, remember, this is the D1 level, guys. This is the team indoor championships, right? So if you're this guy serving over here, Cooper, he serves. Okay. Does good damage with that because the ball actually pops up above his strike zone. So he creates a floating ball. And at the D1 level, this is basically the same thing as like a floating short ball for like a lower level player. Okay, because at this level, you should be able to hear, okay, he should be able to punish this ball down the line and come into net here, right? But he just went neutral ball back. So that's called not taking advantage of an opportunity that's right in front of you there, right? And look, you can always argue, well, I just want to be patient in the rally. True. But at this level, that could be the easiest ball you get the whole fucking point. So at this level, you got to take a little bit of calculated risk. And not even risk, you just have to take the opportunities that are in front of you, that your opponents are handing to you on a silver platter, right? And that you really earned because you hit that good serve. So if you don't take advantage of short balls, you're going to get burned by, you know, the rally going on way too long. This is a placement shot. This is not a power shot. You should be trying to place this ball. Notice, he just placed it. Did he hit that as hard as he could? No. But he placed it, right? So, again, that all stemmed from what happened earlier when he didn't take advantage of the opportunity. Good serve out wide. Again, on the run. Okay, so that's a crazy forehand there. So then here, look how much power he puts into this. He loads into the open stance. He's already starting to turn his hips. Bang. Damn. It's a good shot. He's got a big game. This guy's got a big game.
Bad forehand, that's the same fucking.
So look. It's a good swing volley. So notice how when he gave him the short ball, right? And his opponent approached. This is a fucking textbook situation. This is going to happen to you guys time and time again. Okay? You have to have what the same mindset that he had here, which was the default play is you have to pass them down the line here. Right? So notice how he already had a target in mind going to this ball. Right? He's not waiting at the last second and then deciding to go down the line. He knew when he was running to that ball, I gotta rip that ball down the line. I have to. Right? And it's clear he's done that time and time again. So yes, it was a really good shot, but he had the target already baked into his brain. So he knew where he was gonna go. Okay? He's starting to get fired up now. He's getting fired up.
Ben says, why did I just see a video of you serving to Average Joe? It's because I was in that fucking video, bro. I was in that video. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube, go check out on GQ Sports YouTube page. You can check out a video there called, it's called Above Average Joe with Clay Skipper. And if you look at the tennis video of that, it's like returning serves basically. And I was one of the servers at the end of this video. So like there were different tiers and levels to it. So the first tier was like little kids. So this was when I was coaching at the Rick Macy Academy. Was like little kids, and then it progressed to like older kids, and then it progressed to like, teenagers and stuff. And then it progressed to like the final level, like some people doing like 100 miles an hour. And then it progressed to like our level of like 115, 120. And take a look at that video, guys. I put on a fucking masterclass with serves there. My slice serve is it's just too baked in, man. It's just too baked in, crispy. We got the receipts. If you're looking for the receipts there, check it out on the GQ Sports YouTube channel. And let's see. AB says, can I have a pro level with a one-handed backhand? You definitely can, but it's going to be harder. But you definitely can. You 100% can. It's just going to be way harder, especially on returns. It's going to be more difficult. So with developing players, my default is going to the two-hander. But if the one-hander is what you got to do, you can totally do the one-hander, and you can make it, work at the highest level as well. So it's really about choosing what's best for your body, and if you're good enough to go pro, you'll make it pro regardless. So Jay Doshi, what's up, bro? How are you, man? Good to see you. Casver asks, how do you reach financial freedom? Hey, what's your name? Hold up. I hope you have a great rest of your day, okay? Do you have any questions? You're a big fan? I appreciate you. Hope you have the best day of your life today, okay? Have a good one, all right? Saw your pinned video on your account. How do you reach financial freedom? So, are you a tennis coach? I'm assuming you're a tennis coach. Bro, you got to get into the online game, bro. You got to start figuring out how can you generate income online, right? Most coaches, they have to be out on court with their players for like 12 hours a fucking day, right? And you can do that, okay? However, if you want the freedom aspect, time freedom and financial freedom, you're going to want to actually, start your own fucking business, bro. But yeah. was a good shot. Hold up. Better watch that again. It's crazy. Crazy shot. And if you guys on live have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'm recording for YouTube right now. Notice when this guy really needs a point, where does he go? He goes to his out wide serve. There's a reason for that, guys. There's a reason for that. Notice how this player changed his shirt. You lose the first set, change your shirt. Do something. Do something, guys. Do something to change the momentum. Again, it's like, bro, why are you going in a closed stance there, man? Like, bruh. Like here, it's okay to do adjustment footwork like this, all this, but the neutral here has to be at least semi-open, you know? And I'm just talking about what the best players are gonna do. That's what I've seen the best players do, right? And have the most success with. Any of these guys can make that shot, but my argument is just it's going to make it more difficult when you're in less of an athletic position. Let's go serve. Yeah. Textbook. Serve broke the sideline within the service box. Textbook.
Let's go. Come on, man. Come on. Let's go.
No way they overruled him. No way they overruled him.
Let's go, guys. Come on.
That's crazy. Notice on that shorter ball there, he was still in the open stance. It's a good ball. This guy's got a cannon. So here, he kind of baited him pretty well here. But in this position, guys, like, first of all, amazing split step. Again, I got to give this guy a lot of credit. He's got an amazing split step here. But if you are the guy on Duke wanting to pass him, if you're Cooper, you have to go down the line here in general. That's the textbook play, unless you're going to lob him. Which is very difficult cross there. Very difficult to win that point going cross. You have to basically hit a winner on that one cross there to make it make sense. Good serve. But it's like, bro, you got to do more with that serve +1. Like, it's a good serve. You get the short ball. You have to do more damage to this other side here. You can't hit that ball short. You know? Okay. Look what he did there, though. Look what he did there different. He's in the open stance. He's in the open stance on this aggressive shot on the forehand. So look, I'm not saying that he has to do that every time. I'm just pointing out, bro, Cooper, you're hitting the best forehands of your life when you're in the open stance. So use the open stance more, right? It's because when you do it, you're amazing. You're the best when you do that. So that's why, guys, I'm so bullish on the open stance. Just look at it here. Look at the shots he's been hitting the rest of the match, and look at that. Does that look different? To me, that looks different. I'm going to watch it one more time again. And I could be crazy, but, which I definitely am, but he never, bro, he's the first time he's done that the whole match, you know, which is shocking to me. It's like, how much more could you get out of this? Bro, what did he do here? Did he do that again? Great serve. Wow. Wow, it's good. It's kind of semi there. No, they got to replay that. He's doing him dirty there. Nah. 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 Okay there. Let's actually break this down. We got to break down this whole point. Okay. Good serve out wide. Return short. Now, he's approaching with a slice. He approaches deep cross here, which you can do. But just know if you do this, and this is a situational, I guarantee you these guys both have probably done a million times. Okay? But the guy on the other side, every day of the week, is going to try to burn him down the line. That's the textbook play here, right? So approach shot wise, you can approach that cross, but you really should have approached it down the line because you can't hit a winner here, right? Just the nature of the slice, right? Going cross. It's going to be way more difficult. So I get the argument of like approach to his backhand. I get that for sure, but you're exposing yourself to this. Okay, now look, forget about how the whole rest of the point turned out. This situation right here, how many times, if we recreated this scenario where he has to play this volley this far stretched out, how many times out of 10 is he going to win the point versus him? I would bet that this guy over here is going to win that point more often than not. Okay, so what that means is that tells me that maybe there was something that could have been done differently with the approach shot. Okay, now let's see how the rest of the point turns out. Okay, that's kind of reaction. He gets that cross. This guy should go line here. He went behind him. Again, cross. Okay, so that's where I think he made a mistake. Okay, here, he should go down the line here, which is what he did. Great, great. Great lob, great decision. He made this. Here, this is called getting... this is just in the point, a little bit losing focus, right? He goes for a jump, two-handed backhand cross, and he misses it, right? But here, the textbook play is, no, just stay in the point. You got to go backhand down the line here, you know? You just hit a good lob. You just hit a good lob. Your opponent, right, is kind of on his back foot here. He's off balance. He's not really balanced, right? And then he's re-getting his feet positioning. So even if you're going to do this jump backhand, you want to go down the line here and put the ball away, right? Or at least change direction. All right? But before even hitting the ball, yeah, that decision to jump on that, maybe not the best idea, right? Maybe not the best idea. He can make that, but the reason why I wouldn't recommend that is because you're doing something radically different way into the point, right? You're deep into the point. Right? You've already been coming in, you rallied, you came into net, all this other stuff, lob, you know, and you guys are kind of scrapping now. You don't want to go to things that are outside of your wheelhouse, right? Outside of like your comfort zone of stuff that you know for sure I can execute, you know? So There's a few things there on that point. Serve +1, go into the other corner. He did enough damage with that cross-court ball, so it worked. It worked. Mainly because it was a serve +1. I like how he was staying tight to the baseline there. That was good. Good patience cross. Good patience going cross again. Good idea for the drop. Where's he going to go here? He should counter drop. He went back deep. It's not a bad play, but the guy's going to go line. That was a good play. Let's see that again. It was actually not a horrible decision because his opponent was tight to the baseline there. So it wasn't a horrible decision, but I like that open stance from his opponent. Oh. Yeah. Way to approach line there. That was good. He got the short ball. Wow. That takes a lot of confidence to rip the backhand winner here. Wow. I love that. This guy's got a complete game. Yeah, see, like he was already kind of worried about the ball being out. Like there, it's just very difficult to change direction on that, right? And that was a good ball that his opponent hit. I don't necessarily think he was trying to go line there. I think he was just late there because that was a good shot. That was barely in. But there, the mindset is you can't be thinking the ball's going out, right? You got to play like there's no lines on the court. And then if it surprises you and it's out, then okay, cool. Then you can continue, right? And then you can just, you know, oh, it surprises you. Oh, it was out. Okay, cool. But you don't want to be the one to be kind of making that decision, especially when you got umpires on the court.
That's why, man. Come on.
Good decision. Good decision to go line from that guy too. Good try. Even though he missed that, good target. I like the target. That's clean. Love that open stance. Again, open there. It's good. In no way. It's a good shot. By the way, this guy Cooper right here, he's got a textbook backhand. He hits a lot of the ATP checkpoints. His right elbow gets relatively straight. His left elbow has bend in it, and it's a little elevated, and it's away from his rib cage. And if you look at the racket head, it's directly over his wrist, and it's vertical. So in any sport, whether it's tennis, baseball, golf, when the object is above the wrist, when you go into the swing, the object always moves significantly faster. And that's a timeless principle that's in literally any type of sport where you're swinging an object. Okay? So one thing that you can do to get some more racket head speed on your ball, technically, is make sure that you get your racket head to be more over your wrist before you go to the ball. Okay, and check that in your footage. Oftentimes, I see with lower level players, they drop the racket head way too early. Okay, so there's different ways to correct that, but it's more important to at first be aware of what you need to correct and what variable you can manipulate. But he's got a textbook backhand. Again, look at the footwork pattern here. Really short ball where he has to run forward. He steps, open stance, pushes off the right, makes contact, and then the left foot touches. Okay, so a lot of times with lower level players, or even high level players who are just not at this level, all right, or maybe just not as old or as experienced, they struggle with those short balls where they have to really sprint up and go get them, right? Because they're like, wait, when I'm getting fed balls from my coach and it's easy, I can just go close stance, hit it nice, and it's nice and pretty down the line and all that shit, right? But that's very basic. At a higher level, there's a reason why you can't apply that. Because you're going to be running so fast, you're not going to have time to set up like that. So you have to do the more athletic thing And it's to copy that exact footwork pattern I literally just described right there. Okay? And all the top players do it too. Love that open stance. That's good.
Let's go! I don't want to do this for you.
Was that a good idea to drop shot there? Like, forget about the miss. Look at it objectively. Did he have all the options on the menu? He has a lot of options, and it's not horrible to go for it. But the red flag is this guy hasn't been doing this all match. If this guy was already using the drop a lot and this is part of his game, whatever, cool. That's awesome. But at this point in the match, hasn't really utilized this earlier. Does he have all the options on the menu? I would say no. I would say this is a bailout. So notice that. Look what he did well there. Okay? His opponent hits a great approach shot down the line. He's forced to go with the one hand. But he knows to go down the line when his opponent approaches. He knows to approach down the line. So his opponent could have hit a better volley there, could have hit a winner, whatever. So be it. So I don't care that he won the point. I care that he was in a tough position and he stayed true to the right target still. And then, oh, by the way, he was then rewarded for that. But don't look at the make or miss or the win or the loss. Look at the objective thing that the player either did or did not do. That's how you guys can improve. Yeah. So that was a good match. I mean, Cooper put up a good fight there. I think final thoughts there with Cooper. I think he's got to find the open stance a lot more on his forehand. I would love to see how he plays if he sets it as a default. Neutral ball, my default is I'm going open stance or at least semi-open. And then even on some of those shorter balls, experiment.
experiment and see. If it doesn't work, forget about it. But try it. Try it and let's see, you know? Because the game is there. The game is really big. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys got some value out of that. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. And yeah, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.